Hey guys, we've got the Suzuki Boulevard M109R here today. I just picked this up this week. We're going to do a quick walk around of it and talk about it top to bottom and then listen to the exhaust. So let's get into it. Alright, this is a 2007. I believe this is year 2. They came out in 06 as far as I know. And this is a 1,783cc motor. 109 right there in the badging, and it's got, believe it or not, it's got almost the same torque as it does horsepower. It's got about 120 horse, about 123 it says in the specs, at least to the crank, and then 118 torque. So isn't that strange? I guess it's because when it came out, I think it had the biggest pistons of any vehicle, motorcycle or car that a consumer could buy anyway, right? So that is pretty impressive. Things have changed since then because Triumph is making some pretty big, they're big huge cruiser right now, right? But this is a shaft drive, as you can tell right there. And the brakes on the front, from what I've read online, I could be incorrect, but the brakes, these Tokikos, are from the GSXR 1000. At least some of the components are. So you got a 310 dual front rotors here. And then I believe we've got 270s in the back, or one 270, I'm sorry, in the back. And this version here, this 07 version, look at the chrome on this thing. We're at the end of the day here, so it's shining pretty good in the sunset. But man, this is a pretty impressive looking bike. This, I mean, I guess looks are, I guess it's kind of a debated topic with this bike on the looks, but I like how this bike looks. To me, I think this is probably the most visually appealing bike I've had. But that's just me. So let's continue on here. The headlight, I really do like the headlight on this bike. It's excellent. The high beams and low beams in this bike are good for this cruiser. I'm sure there's bikes with better. I mean, my Speed Triple had pretty incredible. My 19 Speed Triple had pretty incredible headlights, but this is water cooled, as you can tell right there. And I like the addition of the engine guards here, or crash bars if you so desire. The previous owner had those put on. I bought this from the first owner. He's had the bike since new, since it was right at the showroom floor. So pretty awesome that I was able to find a good deal on this. And this is gonna be a great bike for some comfortable cruising. Got a little ouch right there. Must have been, I don't think it's been tipped over. I think it's just like a little, something happened in the garage or something. Otherwise, besides that, this bike is basically flawless. It has Dunlop Elites on it right now. But I think it's just about time for tires, unless I'm mistaken here. Look at the little wear bars coming up. So I think I might do a set of Avon Cobra Chromes on this, I believe. We gotta listen to this guy though. These pipes are not stock as far as I was told. I'm gonna have to do a little more research. He said they weren't stock, but I can't see any badging on these, whether they're Vance and Hines or Cobras or something like that. So I'm gonna have to do a little more research on that and see, but they are super loud. So unless these M109Rs came with super loud stock pipes, then these are aftermarket, and he's the original owner, so he would have had it done, right? So they must be aftermarket, but I just can't find any badging on them. Either way, they sound really good though. So the key on these, as some cruisers are, the key is over here on the side. Fire her up here. He had a new battery. He had just put a new battery in it too. It's got, let's get over to the mileage here. I believe it's about 9,000 miles. Oop, pressing the wrong button for you. 9,142 miles on this guy. It'll go up though because I've been riding it. And it looks like this is one of those bikes where you got to hold down the clutch. It's rumbling, man. It's rumbling. All right, so this is how it sounds at idle. Pretty throaty, isn't it? Now we're going to disturb the neighbors, and I'll rev it a little bit. Give her a little crank. Holy cow! That is no joke. It's probably hard to tell over the phone here, the phone camera, but when you rev this thing up, the whole thing shakes, and the ground shakes too. So, and I'm not gonna use the kill switch. I'm gonna use the key. I'm not gonna use the kill switch like a barbarian. I'm gonna turn off with the key, right? Well, this bike is really comfortable too. We'll give it a sit here. Very comfortable machine. We've got about a 5-gallon gas tank here. 5.2 I think to be exact. And I really like the large kickstand we got right here. Check it out. It can sit on some gravel here and be okay. It doesn't have a little pointy kickstand that just like digs into the ground like some bikes have. Most cruisers don't though. And we'll give you a little view of the, so you got your tack up here, and then you got your speedo down here, which is kind of weird. Some people don't like that. I actually haven't minded it so far when I've been riding. It's been fine for me because mostly I'm looking at the tack, you know, when I'm shifting, and or just listen to the motor. And you got your speed right there. The letters are a little small when you're riding. When you're, you know, that'll be in my first impressions review. So he installed aftermarket grips on this, the previous owner, and it's got that little pad right here for your hand, which has taken me a bit to get used to with my palm, because you can get some whiskey throttle. So you got to be careful with these things. If it was me, I probably wouldn't have this on here. If you're doing a lot of highway riding, I understand, that makes sense, right? But for me, not a big thing. The mirrors are really good on this bike. You can see behind yourself. You can actually see stuff. You don't just like see the sides of your arms, right? You can actually see pretty well. Anything else we can go through here? I think we've pretty much got a good walk around here. The front pegs here, I've got a bit of a bend in my leg, if you can see that. I am about 5'10", about a 34-inch inseam, 32, 34, depending on kind of pants I'm wearing here, and this is how it looks, and it's perfectly comfortable for me. The only downside about this is look at the pipes right here, and look at where your leg goes when you stop. So yeah, you got to be careful. I wear boots, so the boots don't quite go up high enough though, so you could burn your legs on these if you weren't careful. So you do have to be careful with those pipes. I would recommend caution with those pipes. So thanks for watching, you guys, again, and there will be once again more content with this bike coming up soon on the channel. We'll be doing a first impressions video. Be talking about these older Dunlop Elites, going for a ride, you know. But then when I get the Avon Cobra Chromes on here, we'll be talking about that too. So, and once again, I'm gonna have it for a little bit before I do a ride review, because I want to do the bike justice and be able to get some real pros and cons and just gather my thoughts about it. So thanks again for watching, you guys. And if you have any questions about this bike, make sure you let me know in the comments, and let me know if you have one of these bikes as well. And I appreciate you guys. You've been commenting a lot. So I read every comment, respond to everything I can, and I hope you guys are doing well. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.